Hey everyone, I'm in downtown right now. Why am I? Well, it's time to start a side mission. The firefighter will do the emergency vehicles and taxi driver missions today for the 100% walkthrough. So, there is a trick for the firefighter. So after getting the fire truck, let's go to the downtown ammunition. It's not even far from here, so that's really good, because using interiors you can easily extinguish the burning vehicle fires and the pedestrian fires and reach level 16 within minutes. So this won't be long, this recording of the firefighter, and I got 5 seconds from that, and level 1 has been completed. I think we should stay in the vehicle, I'm not sure, but in the next level, and rinse and repeat this, and it will be done in no time.
Watch where you're going, asshole! I'm glad to meet new people. Keep your chaps on. You got 2 seconds to chill out, man.
This is level 15, the final level, and since there are 15 levels in this specific GDA, unlike the others, it's up to level 12. That in itself is another reason why you should do this trick. You don't want to go through all the 15 levels, extinguishing fires with the hose. Use interiors, and it's all done. Now, firefighter is complete, and I will show you that I am fireproof. Since Molotovs in this game act like grenades as well, so stay away from them. But yeah, not taking any damage to the flames. So paramedics, I think we will cover next, because there is this trick which you can save time. To make this trick really effective, get rid of the driver's side door so you can exit the ambulance quickly. And when you're ready, paramedics, let's go. And this trick is especially effective only at levels above 3, but I can demonstrate it on level 1. It's just not necessary because it doesn't really affect anything. It will show you what happens, but of course there's only one passenger. When he's getting out, you get in, and if it's done correctly, it will say take this patient to the hospital or pick up more. So it indicates he's in the vehicle, but he isn't, and he'll just stand there on the road. He won't have an arrow above his head, so that means it works. And you can pick up pretty much more passengers and rinse and repeat that, and take virtually everyone. Like, say you're on level 9, you can virtually pick up 9 patients in one go, but you're actually gonna pick up 3. So it's really effective. Let's just move on to level 4 and above. So it's level 4. It's time to do this trick, which will save you a lot of time, and because you won't have to go to the hospital multiple times. As they're getting in, get out. As they're getting out, quickly get in. If it's done right, properly, pick up more passengers or take this one to the hospital, which the game thinks they're in the ambulance when they're not. So they'll be able to be dropped off later on. So right now, just pick up the 3 passengers, and the game thinks you've got 4 passengers inside the vehicle when you can only fit 3. So it's only meant to work, this trick, when you can only pick up 3 people, but you got multiple. So you can use the trick to pick up every single patient and take them to the hospital. The last patient, and then I have to go to the hospital to drop them off. And guess what? I only had to drop them off to the hospital 1 time. Only had to go to the hospital once. If you don't do this trick, you have to go twice, and eventually you go 3 times, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and it keeps going. But with this trick, you only have to go to the hospital once. That's why it saves you time, because you don't want to drive back and forth to the hospital and to pick up more passengers or the patients. For this level 5, I will show you how to do this trick one more time and show you that I will only go to the hospital once.
Holy shit, I just finished paying for this.
Go to your first patient you're going to pick up. As they're getting in, get out. As they're getting out, get in. Successful, pick up more patients. Take this one to the hospital, and they'll stand outside with no arrow above their head. That means it's successful. So let's go to another patient. And the higher the level you are, the more patients there are, the more you'll do it. until there are 3 patients left. As they're getting out, do it again, they're standing there. So rinse and repeat this process until there are 3 passengers left, which you can pick up normally, by normal means. Okay? So that's how it works, guys. And it ain't hard to figure it out. It's all you need is the right timing, and if you don't do it the right timing, they will have an arrow above their head, but you can try again. So it's not the end of the world if you fail. You can try again. And this will save you, believe me, a lot of time. So do this trick whenever it's possible. So pick up the rest of the passengers or patients and deliver them to the hospital. Now, as you can see, if you watch that again, I've only went to the hospital once during that level. Once. When there's 5 passengers, or patients, I would have had to go twice to the hospital, but using this trick, once. So I will add on screen how many times you need to do this. The higher the level you go, you're gonna need to do this a number of times, so on screen I can just tell you how many times you need to do this on a certain level. Anyways, let's just go back to passing this mission, and oh, that was a failed attempt there, but if you fail you can try again for the right outcome, so you can just go to the hospital only 1 time per level. So, this is level 15, the final level until you pass the whole side mission. And for level 15, you have to do this a number of 12 times. And believe me, that is a lot of passengers. So, do this 12 times, and then you pick up the final 3, and then you're good. You pass the mission. Now this mission is still quite a long mission, even with doing this trick, but it's 100% worth it. I'd rather pass the mission doing this trick than without the trick. And that's it. Let's move on with Taxi Driver. So we got a cabbie right here. I've actually decided to pass Vigilante after Paramedics and then to do Taxi Driver last, but for the sake of this video and the difficulty of Vigilante on this game, I will cover that last and Taxi Driver now. It's time consuming, but it's a lot easier. In Vice City Stories, the Taxi Driver side mission is a lot different to the ones in like San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City, and GTA 3, because there are more events that the fares go through in the side missions instead of just going to destination to destination. They can have a certain destination and then rob a store or shop that store, and then they want to go another place, or you can have a fare that wants to chase a certain vehicle, and that is cool, but at the same time it's kind of slow. The vehicle drives like kind of slowly to the destination, and at some point it will stop at its destination, and that will determine the destination where the fare will be going. So you have no clue when the vehicle you're chasing will stop. And if it's like a really far distance, if you knew that would be the destination and it didn't need the vehicle, you could just speed your way over there too. So it's a kind of time consuming, in my opinion, on that event. And also, this mission for this game specifically, you have two ways, not just one way to pass a mission, but two ways. Either make a sum of $5,000 just from this taxi mission, and then the other is the usual making a milestone of like 50 fares. And same as San Andreas, you make 50 fares, but GTA 3 and I think Vice City and LCS, Liberty City Stories, you have to make 100 fares. But for these two games, San Andreas and Vice City Stories, you can get to 50 fares. So I think that's a bit fair. And I know, terrible joke, but yeah, it's nice that you only have to hit 50 instead of 100. And I honestly think hitting $5,000 from this mission is kind of possible before hitting 50 fares. I think it's possible if you are able to get the highest tip possible, getting to the destinations quick enough. If you meet all those requirements, I think it's possible to hit $5,000. And the milestones, like every 5 fares, 10, 15, 20, all those will give you a bonus. So take them all into account and you should be able to hit 5,000 without hitting 50 fares. And here we go, we got our first mission that needs to follow a vehicle. And you have no idea where they're going, you're just gonna have to follow them. Keep your distance, otherwise your tip will go down. So just keep your distance if you want that high tip. So the taxi I followed decided to stop here, so I stop here too. And that's how it works. And I will soon show you a grocery shopper fare. I could also show you a fare that wants to rob a certain store, but I think those are kinda annoying. You get 2 stars, so you either get pan spray or police bribe, whichever is closest to you, just go to one of them. So we got a shopper fare, okay. Once they're done shopping, they will choose to go to another destination. And looks like they want to go to the airport, Terminal A. So I got my first milestone, and it said a bonus of 125, along with $40, so I mean, it's not bad. It's only the first milestone anyway. Oh my gosh, he's gonna take care of business. Oh no, he's robbed the place. And then 2 stars. Just because of him. And luckily there is a police bribe close by. Right, oh no, I went past it. Another vehicle mission. Honestly, I think it's pretty slow, so I'm just gonna let the target just drive off. It's nothing wrong. The mission, the whole taxi driver mission won't fail. The fare will get out anyway. Nothing bad will happen. I just don't really want to do that mission. You just don't know the destination, and if it's really far, they just don't drive to a crazy speed, and they get there, but it just takes a while. That's the point of it, what I'm saying. And I'm just not really interested in doing that. I just like a destination where it's really clear to you, and you just go there and complete it, and then that's it. You move on. Oh yes, mission passed. So I've managed to make a sum of $5,000 and 35 fares, holy. So I managed to get that instead of doing the 50 fares. It's definitely got to do with luck. You gotta hope that you got the right destination, and it will give you the right tip. If you have vehicle missions, that can help you gain cash though. As long as you keep your distance, your tip will remain high. So I think in the terms of cash, earning that stuff, do the vehicle missions, but I think they're time consuming. But if you wanna gain cash as best as you can, use that. But that is it. So we're gonna move on with the vigilante side mission, the final vehicle side mission to do, and then we can just do the time trials. And then that's all the possible side missions I can do this early on in the game. So vigilante, this is very challenging, and I wanted to save this last. And when you pass it, like old GDAs pretty much, you unlock increased armor. And why is this difficult? Well, enemies drive by, and when they drive by with Uzis, that is crazy and ridiculous. Like, it's crazy the fire rate those guns have. I'm serious, if you face them, you just don't want to do this mission this early on. Unless if you're a soldier and you want to power through this, then you can. Or you can just wait for the hunter. But I need to do it this early on in the game, because I don't want to worry about it later on. And that armor bonus is useful. So I will show you tips on how to pass this very easily. I like to use the wintergreen, the police brake, because I like to drive by forward and next side of me. So if you just shoot forward, that can help, but it's not always going to be handy because they'll fire back at you, and they're deadly. They're probably more deadly than you shooting forward. So eventually you're going to have to stop that. So what I do, drive by, shoot forward the enemies on the bike. On a few levels, probably level 4 to 5, I stop because they're gonna start using Uzis and they'll shoot back at you. And at this stage of the game, you don't have any benefits. You don't have the hunter. You don't have increased health, and that sucks. So there are a few tips. Keep your distance from these guys. I like to use the sniper rifle, shoot them at a distance. You got some of these guys. Look at them, I think he's carrying an AK, you don't want to be near him. And just take them out from the distance. And they can not get you, but you can get them. So this is how you're going to avoid their gunfire. Using the sniper rifle. They're on bikes, only the passenger will drive by. But you can avoid all that if you snipe properly. And there we go, all passengers are dead, and the drivers cannot drive by you. And there, that's a level done, that simple, just by sniping. So remember that tip. And another tip, I've used barely, to be honest. I like sniping. You can use Molotovs. If you throw it correctly at their vehicle, you can instantly destroy their vehicle in one explosion. So keep that in mind, but I just barely use that because you have to kind of still get close to them enough for them to shoot back at you, and you want to get them quickly with the Molotovs. so they don't kill you. And for these guys there, I don't know why they spawned here. It's so weird. They have bikes and then they don't know how to get out of here. Their AI programming is so weird. And I don't know why the game spawned them there. It's just weird. And usually when I get a pop tire on my bike or car, I don't like using them. I just like to get another police vehicle, especially if you got like 2 stars. They're essential, because what annoys me the most about this game is these guys, the criminals, do like to destroy your vehicles, so you're gonna have to vehicle exchange with one of the cops. And if you don't have any wanted levels and they destroy one of your vehicles that you started with, then you're pretty much unlucky if you're not near a police car. Because the downside to this game is that you got a 30-second timer until you instantly fail the mission if you're not in a police vehicle. Now that sucks. Think of Vice City, or GTA 3, or San Andreas, Liberty City Stories. All of those had a timer of 60 seconds before the mission insta-fails. That sucks for this game. 30 seconds to get back to a police car, that's pretty unfair. Sorry if I'm rambling on about a lot of information, but just use your sniper rifle. This is my #1 tip for you guys. If you're starting out this early, use your sniper rifle, and I'm sure you know where to get this sniper rifle in general. It's at the police station with the VCPD Maverick on the second island, and I'm sure you already know how to enter that island this early in the game. If you don't know, maybe I will link a video in the description. Remember to check my channel and look into playlists. Got my under construction 100% walkthrough, and you got a tips and tricks playlist there if you want to check that out. It includes accessing the island early, and make sure you grab about, same as me, I got 200 rounds of the sniper rifle ammo. That is enough. You're not gonna be trigger happy and going crazy with a sniper rifle. And it's really good and rewarding that you use the sniper rifle. You don't want to go in crazy gunfire exchanging bullets. It's not good, because the downside is clearly losing health and armor, and increases your chances of failure on this mission. And you know, you'll need, from knowledge or googling, where the armor and health locations are, and you don't want to collect too much. Just remember some locations, but just don't go over the top and have the necessity to collect so much within a level. So just keep your distance.
You want this to get ugly? Don't make me do this. Don't be an idiot.
So it's level 15 and it seems I've went on a rampage with these criminals. Ah, 4 stars. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is so bad. But if I pass this one, then increased armor and I'm out of here. And after passing the mission there, the cops will leave me alone. Since it's level 15, they're gonna carry AKs and I don't want to walk up to them and shoot them there and they are able to shoot me back. So I'm just gonna shoot them from a distance. They got AKs behind their backs. So this is why you want to snipe. This is exactly why. And there we go. Mission passed, got the extra armor. The police are no longer after me. And that is the other side mission you gotta complete. And that was the most challenging one out of 4 of them. Hopefully all these tips help you out because this is really challenging in my opinion, since they're fighting back more than ever than LCS. They barely do anything. They don't really have firepower, and I didn't really need to go in depth of the other side missions, the paramedics. It's just basic. The trick and firefighter, basic, and taxi driver, pretty much basic. But this one, I needed to go in depth, and hopefully all these tips will help you out. And remember these. Anyways, I guess that's it of the video, and we're nearly done with all the available side missions that you can do at this stage of the game before we're gonna continue the story missions. So anyways, that's all I have to say. See you next time. Bye.